President Cyril Ramaphosa says the most significant contribution we can make to inclusive economic growth is through the development of appropriate skills and capabilities. Last night, he announced various initiatives to boost education in the country. For reaction, I'm joined by Athenkosi Mabona from the South African Students' Congress. Athenkosi, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having us. Greetings to your viewers at home.
Now, in a statement that you issued today as a SASCO, you're very happy with a lot of the pronouncement made in Sona yesterday. Let me start with the one that just out to me. You say worth noting is the president promising to build campuses in the rural areas, especially in the Eastern Cape and KZN provinces. Why is that important for you?
Look, a challenge that we have in higher education currently is student accommodation, which we have put as a priority this year in 2020 as South African Student Congress. Was saying if we are building campus colleges in rural areas, it will minimize traveling to Johannesburg and all of these cities. It will also minimize students being vulnerable for student accommodation and housing in all of these cities. As we would know, student accommodation is scarce and it is very expensive when you find it. But worth celebrating is that in rural areas there's a shortage of skills development. Unemployment is very high because these campuses, 4 are in Eastern Cape, 5 are in KwaZulu-Natal, and all of these towns are rural-based. Okay. So we are happy with that.
You're happy with that. You further welcome the progress made by the Department of Higher Education introducing the 3-stream curriculum model. Explain to us what that model is.
For years, SASCO and SAFETA, an association of all SRCs in TVET sector, has been making a call that TVET must rise. In that call, it's been infrastructure of TVETs, but among other things was that curriculum must be developed to be responsive to immediate societal needs. TVET sector, we've for years been saying, it must not be reduced to a mini university in that you have office management in University of Technologies, you have it in some universities. Take it away from TVET and introduce a more vocational and technical subjects or courses in TVET. So that is what this curriculum shift means. It will fit into the skills needs that our country currently faces.
Do you feel we're failing right now to give university students the practical aspect of the skills going forward? Is that what the problem is for you?
Of course. Look, in TVET sector, for you to have your diploma, you would have to do, if you are doing NATET, you would have to do 1 year, 6 months in school, another 1 year, 6 months at the workplace where you'll be actually doing the actual job. So it augments the two and makes it very, very important, makes it very valuable as well. Okay. In that you not only have the theory, but you also have the practical aspect of it. Because the universities for some time, for an example, if you are doing civil engineering at VETS, UFS and other universities, UFS does not have it. But in other universities, you would find that you will be more theoretical than practical. Now, TVET colleges fit into that space of practice. If you look at, for an example, the model used in Germany and Nigeria to some extent, you would find that it is very viable and it is creating TVETs to be institutions of choice.
Now, does the University of Applied Science and Innovation in Ekurhuleni somehow sort of like bridge that sort of gap?
Of course. We've noted Ekurhuleni as one of the most industrial cities, industrial metros in the country. That was remaining not having a university. I think Comrade Mzwandile Masina, the mayor there, has been yearning for this every year. Every year we would hear him articulate why the need for an industrial, for an innovation and science technology innovation university.
Yeah. Let's go to KZN. Basically the shutdown in terms of KZN, this matter about historical debt. It all started at UKZN. We all know that. Are you supporting that?
Yes, actually our Secretary General Buthanani Koba and Deputy Secretary General Vezintlahla Simelane, were leading the march today from the forefront. It is not only limited to KZN now, but it is a nation. It is a province's call. All universities and colleges in that province supported it and were leading it from the forefront. We will further be engaging the Minister of Higher Education and Training, Dr. Blade Nzimande. Next week, we're meeting him to make this demand clear that if they don't scrap historical debts, they will be declaring war with South African Student Congress. But we'll also be meeting the NSFAS to say there are allowances that are still outstanding. There's frustration of book allowance and other allowances that have not been paid to all university and college students.
At SASCO, do you make a distinction between students who need it and students who don't? Is there a clear distinction there?
Students who need,
meaning where you can, who need that historical debt scrapped.
Of course, we're saying let all historical debts be cleared for working class and poor students in the immediate, so to allow them to get their qualifications, to have be cleared of the debt and so on, to increase employability of chances of employability of all our graduates with historical debts, but to also say, well, there are some who are excluded who can't come back to the system because they have historical debt, and they've some outstanding modules for them to graduate and be employed or start their businesses and so on.
Yeah.
So it is this issue of historical debt is not only limited to qualifications and so on. Some are excluded as we speak and owing thousands and thousands of
rands.
Of rands.
Right. Thank you so much. Athenkosi Mabona from SASCO. You were part of the NEC in SASCO. That's your reaction to the State of the Nation address. You were mainly pleased about most of what the President had to say yesterday. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks.